What's going on, guys? So today we are out here at Colonia del Rey RV in Corpus Christi, Texas. This is their brand new location. They actually purchased a previous dealership and they made it their own. So this is where they have all their inventory, and boy, do they have a lot of inventory. Today's video is going to be interesting. I think most people know over the last year and a half, pricing on everything has skyrocketed. Whatever you want to attribute that to, pricing has really gotten high. So, you know, an RV that might have cost 50 grand in the past is now 100 grand. Or a vehicle that you used to be able to negotiate huge discounts on, they've skyrocketed in price. And RVs are no different. They are exactly the same as all those other things, and even more so because of all the different components from all the different suppliers and sources that you have to get together to build and assemble an RV, such as the aluminum for the siding, the steel for the frame, the rubber for the tires, the wood for the body of it, the air conditioning units, the electronics, the wiring, copper, all of this stuff that you have to get for an RV to assemble it. Every piece of it has gone up in price, and that's why the prices of RVs have really jumped up. But there are still relatively affordable, super low cost RVs. And this is an example of one from Aspen Trail. So of most of the RVs you see on my channel, at least in the last year, this is probably gonna be at the lowest price of any of them. And there's a reason for that. And you're gonna see that as we look closer around this RV. So hang tight, I'll be right back. All right, before we dive further, let's take a look at the numbers on this unit. So this is gonna have a gross vehicle weight rating of 3,850 pounds, super light unit. It's gonna have an unloaded weight of 3,060 pounds and a cargo capacity of 770 pounds. It's gonna ride on one single 3,500 pound rated axle. So at the end of the day, this thing is towable by a lot of different types of vehicles. I'm not going to go into all of them. Easily half-ton towable. Most of your mid to larger size SUVs shouldn't have any problem towing this at all. But again, pay attention to your payload capacity and your towing capacity if you're going to look at something like this, because you see those flags moving? That's wind causing that to happen. And this is just one big wall going down the road. So you don't want wind impacting this, controlling your vehicle. If that makes sense. Anyways, let's start walking around this RV and taking a closer look. Again, we're gonna hop inside right now, then we'll come back out and take a look at the outside. But before we hop inside, right off the bat, I'm sure most people can tell that this is gonna be a relatively low cost unit. However, it's not gonna be as low cost as it might have been a couple years ago. So just keep that in mind. Climbing up the steel steps. Quickly gonna pan around this unit. It's a pretty nice layout, to be honest, and it's a pretty common one. So the sale price on this unit is $18,447. About 2 years ago, that price probably would have been closer to $13,000. So as inflation goes, percentage-wise, it's pretty much on par with what you're seeing in the industry. The big difference here is that because it's already starting off at a low price, that jump, even though the percentage is the same, isn't that drastic. So $18,447 for something like this is about the best price you're gonna get for an RV this size with this type of amenity, especially considering some of the perks that you're gonna see in this unit, such as sleeping capacity. You have a queen size bed up here. It's on a bunk style mattress. You probably have storage underneath it, which you do. You have a booth style dinette, which converts into a bed. And then you have two bunks here in the back. So you can sleep 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people in a very, very compact travel trailer that can be towed by a lot of mid-size SUVs. So just keep that in mind. So there's a lot of value you get considering the sleeping accommodations and what you can use this for rival that of larger units. There's no slide, and you still have a fair amount of room in here. You actually have more room to move around in here than we do with the Black Series that we have, which is about the same length, but the Black Series costs roughly $96,000 from an MSRP perspective. So just keep that in mind. You have some storage up here. You have a single Dometic air conditioning unit up top. More cabinets right here. You know, from a quality perspective, I'm not really seeing any glaring oversights in terms of build quality. Nice storage down here. You even have a small fireplace. That is really cool. I just noticed that. So you have one of those small panoramic fireplaces, typically something you might not see. Has a plastic basin sink. Good amount of countertop storage here. Plus you have a 2-burner gas cooktop. Here's all your drawers. This is going to be a Everchill 12-volt compact refrigerator, and then you have a Greystone compact microwave up top. Nice bunk area over here with a divider wall that separates it from this area, and again, this turns into a bed. Stepping back, they have the shower curtain all wrapped up top. A pretty good sized shower tray down here. Now, the only thing missing, and it's only because they're using this waterproof style wall, is a shower surround. So a lot of times you'll see this material, but then they'll put a plastic shower surround, which is typical of most travel trailers. But this is an area where they said, you know what, this is waterproof material, so might as well just eliminate that cost, make it a little bit more affordable. Maybe the cost of that shower surround has gone up in price and it would have raised the overall cost of the unit, and just eliminate it. Give you a shower curtain instead. You have your little octopus up here, towel holder. Little foot flush toilet down here. It is plastic, of course, but overall it's a pretty good sized bathroom. Pleated blinds. Do you have any power connections in here? None up here, and none down here in the bottom either. So you don't have any power connections. You do have a light right there. Overall, pretty cool. A little bit of storage up top. Not a ton of wardrobe storage. That's probably the biggest single ask I would say of something like this, is give a little bit of wardrobe storage. Maybe some shelves right here, something coming off the wall with some pockets and nets. Anyways, let's step outside of this door that does not have a window on it. We're going to start from the front of this unit and work our way back. Up front, you see it has a single 20-pound propane can, has a manual tongue jack, which I don't think is surprising to anybody. 3-year warranty. It's a structural warranty from Dutchmen on this unit. You're gonna have I believe this is probably a pass-through. Nope, it's half storage. 30 amp cables in there. Again, you have your steel flip-out step. You have a very, very compact electric awning, and it's a 12-volt powered electric awning. Power outlet out here if you want to power something. You're gonna have an interesting tire, which I'm trying to read the brand. Not too familiar with that. Outside of your water heater, square tubular bumper, so you can still throw your water hose in there, and it does have scissor style jacks here as well, so you can stabilize the unit. Incandescent lighting. It is wired for a Voyager wireless backup camera. It looks like the top lights are LED, but the bottom ones are incandescent. Not as many to replace then. Your gray black tank is out here. 30 amp connection right here. Here's one of your windows, which is also fire escape, and you have another window here. So this unit, in my opinion, is mainly lacking windows. That's probably the single biggest thing that I have to say I don't like about it, is the lack of windows. It only has just a very few number of windows. If they had put more windows on this, I believe they could have demanded a slightly higher price, just because of the amount of light you can actually get into this unit. But for the price, again guys, this is about the lowest price you're going to find on travel trailers nowadays. And I don't know if those prices are going to change anytime soon, because as much as people like to think lumber prices and things like that are starting to go down, well, then the next week they skyrocket back up. You know, they didn't go as high as they were, but then you're looking at steel costs going up, tire costs going up. If you guys research any of the components or materials that go into building an RV, you're gonna find that almost universally everything has skyrocketed in price. And it's pretty crazy. But that's the reason why something like this that might have cost $12,000, $13,000 2 years ago is going for $18,000. It doesn't mean it's a bad price if all RVs are being affected the same way. It just means that if you want to get into RVing, you're gonna have to pay more to get into that entry-level RV. And it's kind of unfortunate, but at the same time, it's kind of the state of the economy we live in. Anyways, guys, I sure hope you've enjoyed this video. If you haven't had a chance, please take a moment, subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up, and we'll talk to you again very soon.